We are on our way to Holly Bluff Marina.
There you go.
And this time with a new passenger. Well, we have 2 new passengers, but this time we are with Dash, who we became part of our family a few months ago. But we're headed to Holly Bluff Marina to go on a houseboat, not a boathouse, to go on a houseboat for the weekend. Holly Bluff Marina is in the Deland area, and the houseboat that we will be taking will be cruising on the St. Johns River. So we are on our way, and it will be like maybe 3 hours or something like that. Not sure. We'll see how traffic goes. But we're just starting our journey. So keep watching. Because we're not going well, we are going somewhere, but we're not going anywhere on your screen. And we're eating donuts or stuff. This is just one of the many videos on my Rambling with Phil YouTube channel. So please go ahead and subscribe right now and ring that bell to be notified of new videos as they're released. And please also check out my other videos after you finish watching this video. We are having Houseboat for lunch on the way to Holly Bluff Marina. We stopped at the Neighborhood Lakes Scenic Trail and Trailhead just off of 429. We're about a half hour away, and we have Dash, so we couldn't stop at a restaurant. And this does allow dogs on leash on 6-foot leashes, so we didn't measure our leash, but I think it's probably 6 feet. Oh, and they do allow photography, cycling, and hiking. This is something that was provided by the DEP and Lake County, and I did see DOT also. But there is a lot of available parking spaces. There are convenient toilets right on the trail, because there's a trail here. And then we have a picnic table area with shade. Very important in Florida. For all my like 1 or 2 RV viewers, they also have RV parking over there. Plenty of RV parking. No RVs here today. Alright, so we are going to check in. We're at the Holly Bluff Marina, and there are all the houseboats lined up. I mean, maybe not all of them, but they're there.
Well, they have
just a bunch of them.
a bunch for rent. I think some are also considered timeshares.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Timeshares.
They have carts.
Ah, good. Need a bigger cart. Boat check-in by the Manatee. Which one? Serenity? Serenity is the one that we are renting. Welcome aboard. There it is. It's just like a little house. Oh, there's the captain's chair. Generator. Little kitchen area here. Microwave. Oh, here's one of the rooms. It's a little step up. And then this is a 3-bedroom. So then we have down here. So there's a room here. you, and then we head to the back. And then we have this room, which has the bathroom. There's the head, I think that's what it's called, and the shower. And then here is the back deck. There are the steps up to the second floor. There's a mirror with me in it. And I believe this has a second, yeah, there's a second bathroom. So this is the front, and there is a grill. We're on Serenity.
Turn switch is here.
Okay.
Up is up, down is down. I'll bring it all the way up so you can see it. And it's gonna make a noise. It sounds like it's screaming at you when it's all the way up. That's when you stop. Okay, so the blower's been on for at least 4 minutes, so we'll go ahead and start everything up.
We're moving. We are heading south on the St. John's River, and I am going very slow. I am a captain because I have a hat. Well, so far I have not crashed, so that's good, but we just left, so there's still plenty of time. It's really nice here on the river. You have to keep your eyes on the road. Well, there's no road, but so we're heading south. There's really not much out here. It's like natural. I mean, we can't like pull over into a hotel or anything like that.
This is our hotel.
But I guess at some point we will get to civilization. And we'll be able to tell that because there will be like a bunch of houses and stuff. But we're on the river. Drive with two hands. We lost one of the boards.
Oh, I told you I did. Alright, who needs to go out and swim for it?
Hold on. Just hold on. Jeez. This current. Alright, attempt number 1, no go.
Yep.
Let's try, see what happens. There's just like a lot of current here.
It's a manatee. No!
No, I did not get it.
I saw that. I heard something and then I saw the nose. Wow.
We spotted a manatee. Don't know if it was on camera. Tell you, that current was just pushing me all the way over.
Yeah. Well, and no guarantee that it won't be significantly better, but I mean.
But the backside of the island, when we went around, was not so bad.
But there was just no place really.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's nowhere to tie up.
And that's why I'm hoping maybe in this bigger area.
Yeah, as long as we can get by that boat that's blocking the.
And we'll see if he's still blocking the way.
I don't know. Whichever one we can get to. So as you might have seen from the other video, or I guess earlier footage, we are tied up to a couple of trees and we have started grilling, and when I say we, I don't mean me. But there's some hot dogs. And we have some nature. One issue we're having, first night, no water. So for some reason the water's not working. Well, we've gotten through day one. We have not beached, or not, we haven't crashed, we haven't sunk the houseboat. Only issue we've had so far is the water is not working for some reason. It did work before we left, but now it's not working. So we have no running water. Good thing we brought a bunch of bottled water with us. Other than that, we did manage, as you probably have seen, we did manage to tie up to a couple of trees. So, you know, after the second try, so we've been pretty much tied up for the last few hours, and we're getting ready to go to bed, and we'll be going into day 2 tomorrow. Here we are on the morning of day 2. We're on the St. Johns River. We're actually on a little offshoot, and it's a little loud because the AC unit is on. Oh, I didn't realize there's a spider web here. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. I don't see a spider, but all right, we're gonna climb up on deck, or the second deck. Oh, train's coming. Be careful. It's like wet up here, so be very careful. There's our anchor light we have to have on overnight. So here's what the view is like on top of the boat. Just on our own little piece of paradise. Not a bad place to wake up to. Does a watch toaster never toast? Still watching. This was preset, so we don't know if it's going to be too dark or if we're gonna have to make an adjustment.
There is a dial.
Yeah, but let's see what the other people had it set at, and then I will adjust based on what it pops up at. Let's inspect. Somewhat toasted, I guess that's good. It's not burnt.
Gallons of water to
offset the water usage from our water pump failure.
Yep.
Water pump is fixed and we are ready to go. We got gassed up 17 gallons. The tank holds 140, so we didn't use hardly any. White Hair Bridge, this is Houseboat Serenity requesting the bridge be raised, approaching from the south.
Serenity, this is the White Hair Bridge. I don't have you in sight yet, but as soon as I get you in sight, come around the bend and I'll get started on the bridge opening for you.
Thank you.
My pleasure, sir.
Question is, will I be able to make it?
Attention, White Hair Bridge, preparing to open. Requesting vessels please remain outside the fenders until the bridge is fully raised. Thank you.
Hopefully I make it through there.
Caution, caution, White Hair Bridge spans are now lowering.
Thank you, White House Bridge.
My pleasure, Captain. Y'all have a safe trip.
Actually, I said White House Bridge. Astor Bridge, this is Houseboat Serenity approaching from the south, requesting the bridge be lifted.
Attention, Astor Bridge is prepared to open. Requesting vessels please remain outside the fenders till the bridge is fully raised. Thank you.
All right, I think you can hit it.
Well, I'm trying to get to the other one, but I'm not really. It's like I'm kind of heading more towards that one that's leaning. Okay, here we are. Day number 2 or night number 2. We are tied up to a single tree. Hopefully this tree doesn't go anywhere. But here we are at the north end of the river. Tying up to a tree is always interesting. is our dinner on the second night of our houseboat rental. This is the charcuterie board, Sans board. And the best part of the whole trip now? Water, agua, oh. And Dash seems to be enjoying himself. He's gotten very used to being on the boat. So on the start of day 2, we untied ourselves from the island that we were tied up to over by Blue Spring. And we headed back to Holly Bluff Marina to drop off our friends who were leaving us. Then we proceeded north. Well, actually at Holly Bluff, I always say that wrong, but at Holly Bluff Marina, we stopped there also to get our water pump fixed because our water pump did not work. It stopped working right after they closed, and if your water's not working, it's not an emergency, so we had to wait till the next day to call them. But we got our water pump fixed, and then we proceeded north towards Silver Glen Springs. It took about 4 hours to get up there, and actually we didn't quite make it. It took about 4 hours actually to get to the big lake, which is called Lake George. So we got to Lake George, and it was really choppy. So we tried to go a little bit, and of course, as you saw, it was very choppy, so we turned around and we headed back south. And we stopped here at Morrison Island, which is just a little bit north of Astor. And this is where we tied up for the night. So on to day 3, we're going to be, I think we're going to do a little bit of fishing, or at least some of us will be doing some fishing. I'll be doing watching. And so we're going to do a little bit of fishing before we head back to Holly Bluff Marina. And then we'll be headed home. But this is day 3 of our 3-day houseboat rental on the St. Johns River.
Like I said.
Apparently this is Devil's Elbow, not to be confused with Devil's Tower, which we were not able to make it to on our winter trip. But remember, I said we were headed towards Devil's Elbow. I did not know that Devil's Elbow was in Florida though. So here we are, approaching Devil's Elbow. So here we are, moored up or tied up, whatever the proper term is, at Devil's Elbow. We are here to do a little bit of fishing. And here we are at fishing spot number 2. Alright, here we are at stop number 3 for fishing. There appears to be a rope swing. So we just dropped off our houseboat at the Holly Bluff Marina because we're done with our weekend on the houseboat. We are headed home. As you can see, we have more stuff now than when we left our house. But we did eat food while we were on the boat. So it was 3 days. Basically, Friday we got on the boat, and today is Sunday, so it was a 3-day, 2-night. And then the overnights we were basically boondocking. Not sure where that term came from, if that's even the correct term for what we were doing. But we basically tied up to, well, if you've been watching the video, you know that. But we were just we tied up to the trees. So, would we do it again? Yes, we would. What was the toughest thing about it? It was like I was drifting the whole time. And when I mean drifting, I mean like Tokyo drift. So it was like I was drifting the whole time. I don't know if that's because I'm not a good boat driver or what it is, but it was like I was drifting the whole time, and I was constantly correcting. But other than that, that was maybe the toughest part. We had some challenges with the water pump that stopped working, that we realized at like 6 o'clock, which is after 5, obviously, but it's not an emergency, so don't call the marina until they're open. So that was the next morning. So luckily that was on Friday, and we had only gone to Blue Spring, not too far down the road, down the river, maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. So we weren't that far. Luckily, we had not gone to Silver Glen the first day, or it would have been like 5+ hours. We did not make it to Silver Glen, as you saw. It was very choppy, and I was a little nervous about what it was going to be like when we got there, and how we were going to have to set up. Maybe it was going to be in the dark. So, piece of advice: if you're going to do Silver Glen, try to get there maybe the first day, or make that the whole point of your trip. When you're leaving on Friday, head north, and if you don't make it to the lake, moor up somewhere, tie up somewhere just short of the lake, and then you can head over there on the second, I guess it's really the fourth morning, yeah, the next morning. And then you can spend, your whole day there. And then you can come back on Sunday. You can make it back, leaving Sunday morning and getting back to the marina in time. There's plenty of time for that. We also did a little bit of fishing, but mostly we spent a lot of time together as a family, with friends, and played games. Dash learned how to be on a boat, and so that's a good new skill for him. And I'm just trying to watch for traffic. But it was a good experience. We will try it again. We are glad. Originally, we had rented the one cabin houseboat. It was one cabin, and then there was like a pull-out or a futon or something with one bathroom. So we ended up, as you saw, with a 3 cabin with a 1.5 bath. So that was pretty nice. It looks like all of the houseboats have a rooftop patio. Some of them are covered. Ours was not covered. That's okay.
I would prefer covered one next time. That's something I would do.
Okay. So next time, we'll get a covered one if it's available. But we are planning to go back. It's in the I don't know if this is considered the Deland area. We're not in Deland, but
Mailing address.
yeah, the mailing address is Deland, so we're close to Deland, which is almost on the east coast. So, but the St. Johns River is, for the most part, it's still all very natural, except when you get to the pockets where the houses are, where the towns are. But for the most part, it's all pretty natural. There weren't a lot of boaters throughout the day, but there are sort of bunches, or a lot more boaters in the morning and in the afternoon. And it seemed like in the morning a lot of them were headed north to Silver Glen, and then or at least when you get to the north end up to is that Lake George? So when you get close to Lake George, you kind of notice there's a lot of boats going north in the morning and a lot coming south in the afternoon. So they're all probably going to Silver Glen.
Well, a large part of the river goes through, I think it's the Ocala National Forest. So I think that's, a lot of the area that you see that you really, unless you're on the boat, you won't have the opportunity to see.
Yep, there's no road over top of the river. So,
except for where there's roads.
Except for where there's bridges. But there's no road running along the river, so at least, where we were. I guess the other thing is, could we have just taken, rented, like a lot of people rent a pontoon boat or some other kind of boat, we could have done that, but then it would just be boating, and you know, you'd still have to find a place to overnight. You know, so would it be faster? Yes. No air conditioning because it's open. No fridge, although you could bring a cooler, obviously. So a lot more comfortable. You don't have 2 bathrooms on a boat, or you know, a regular boat. So.
Well, and there is no camping at Silver Glen Springs, so
Yeah.
that's the one thing, is if you boat in and you stay there, you know, in a houseboat, that's about the only way you can be there, and then be there early in the morning and late in the evening after all of the, you know, transient visitors come in and out, so that you can really, you know, kind of see the spring in its pristine state as close as you can.
And the first night that we boondocked, there were, I hope that's the right term. If not, somebody tell me, you know, leave me a message, or leave me a comment, not a message. Well, you can leave a message too. But anyways, the first night that we tied up to some trees, there were 2 other houseboats, one on each side of us, like not like right beside us, but you know, a few hundred feet or so up, or yards up and down from us. So you know, it's a common thing for the houseboaters to do. And we did see some private houseboats also along the river, so I guess it's fairly common. But you know, when they see the Holly Bluff Marina on the side of the houseboat, you know, people know, you know, kind of give us room, because we're not all necessarily, you know, experienced.
Skill will vary.
Yeah, skill will vary. You know, we didn't sink the boat, we didn't hit anybody, and we made it back in one piece. And there were some mosquitoes, so you know, we did lose a little bit of us on the trip. But other than that, we made it. It was a nice weekend trip, and we are gonna do it again. Maybe get it probably, if it's not just us, it'll probably be a bigger houseboat, and you know, some more amenities, or you know, some maybe nicer, or more amenities. We'll just say more amenities. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Help me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I'm only about 750 subscribers away, so I'm almost there. So please subscribe to the Rambling with Bill YouTube channel, and check out my other videos while you're here.